Hello Scorpio, Elsie here to do your reading for the week ahead. I hope you are well. Thank you for clicking here. If you are brand new, I hope you will stay. And if you do decide to stay, it won't be because of the readings or because of me, but it's going to be because of this high vibe and tribe, y'all. You are going to learn some things about you that maybe you didn't want to learn, and you're going to take some advice from other people. Things you're going to see here might just make you make a change, right? We're all about the positive change here, helping you move forward. That's the purpose of this channel, is the 10 of Cups, your emotional happiness. And if you're here as my ride or die, I thank you, 100,000 times thank you. My Scorpios, thank you so much, my psychic friends. We are looking at the week ahead here, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. And if you are watching tarot for just your sun sign, you don't know what's going on because you're only watching for your personality or theirs. So get yourself a natal chart. There's free ones all over the internet. Okay, here we go. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter for the week ahead. What is going on for Scorpio? Something's moving quickly, Scorpio. What is that? What is moving quickly? Well, my cards are flipping around. So we have the Knight of Swords. Fast-moving energy, right? Making a decision at the spur of the moment, moving quickly, quick movement. I feel like with the Knight of Swords, it's a bit of clunky movement. Understand that the Knight of Swords is quick, very fast, but also very clunky with their words, right? Not the most articulate, is kind of cutting corners and just wants to get the job done. This is the person with the to-do list, right? I just want to check it off my damn list. Yeah, that's the energy that this brings here. Now, interestingly enough, we've got a lot of swords here. What's going on? So even in the future here, we have you coming out of some sort of a heartache or heartbreak, and understand that it's not really so much about the heart as it is about the head. It's about things you think about that make you sad. You could be breaking your own heart by making decisions that aren't necessarily decisions that are good for your path. It's Libra energy. So, pardon me. Scorpio, we have the Knight of Swords, we have the Ace of Swords, we have the Nine of Swords, and the Lovers. Interesting. I feel as though you have a feeling that in the future, I don't know if it's a feeling or a fact or you have a knowing, but I feel like the universe is sending you a choice in love. I feel like the universe is here to say, look, you have a choice. You can choose to love one or the other. You can choose to be a lone ranger. You can choose to be on your own. But for some of you, I think in your psychic energy, you know, you have a knowing that either someone's on the way or already someone is here in your energy that is making you feel a certain kind of way. Now, Scorpio, whenever I think of Scorpio, I always say it, I think of Gordon Ramsay, right? You're never going to let them see you sweat. You're always going to be composed on the surface. But underneath, you're like, uh-oh, somebody's got me in my feels. The Knight of Swords tells me that you really, I think, in the past have been kind of clunky with your words. Now, I say clunky, Scorpio, because I feel like you're so fixed and you're so strategic and you are controlled in the way that you move forward. You're not really very go with the flow. And that being said, as we talk about the moon and the rising sign, what kind of Scorpio are you? Because if you're a Scorpio with fire in your rising and water in your moon, you're a different type of Scorpio than someone who is all water or someone who is, boxed in by fire on both sides. So find out what kind of Scorpio you are. The Ace of Swords tells me that there is some sort of clarity that you require, something that has been keeping you up at night or keeping you thinking. When you put your head on the pillow, you can't think about it enough. And I think the overthinking comes here with this not nine, but the 6, the Lovers. Now, understand this is all energy of swords, right? This is Gemini. Yeah. Yeah, it's all air. It's all up in your head. It's all what you're thinking about. I think it's obsessive is what it is. You're obsessively thinking about some sort of love situation or someone that you're feeling connected to or someone who's got you in your feelings. And I feel like this person might be unbreaking your heart, or as you think about them, as you think about maybe moving into the future, into a relationship, that maybe you're ready for it because you're not necessarily in the Three of Swords in the upright, which is sort of the energy of thinking about things which really hurt your heart. And, you know, we obsessively think about things we said, things we did, Scorpio, in the past, and they kind of plague us sometimes, right? We have the Nine of Swords and the Ace of Swords, which tells me, first things first, a cycle is ending here. It's the cycle of you being clunky with your words, I think. I think that along with being strategic and planning and being, you know, on the surface, being very stoic, I think that you've decided that you need to close the cycle on being clunky with your words. If you're going to be smooth and strategic with everything else, it should be with your words as well. I feel like for some of you, it is the Lovers that is going to help you do that for some reason. I feel like there is somebody that's coming along to teach you some lessons. They are being sent by the universe. Okay, there we go. Cycle is ending and you're moving forward here. We have a Tower. We are going to clarify the Tower because we never leave that energy unattended here at Ten of Cups Tarot. But I feel as though the clarity you need is coming to you. And because you are a fixed sign, Scorpio, there you are, smack dab in the middle of the reading. Because you are a fixed sign here, it has to be done in terms of the Tower. We're moving forward here. So I feel like the Tower is the universe that is intervening. This is an intervention from the universe. It's time for you to get out of your fixed energy because you can tend to toe the line with what is going on in your mind, the thoughts, the strategic thoughts that you have, and you tend to keep yourself stuck and not very flexible. And that needs to end. The universe is saying, look, it's time for a little bit of flexibility. And if you won't be flexible, if you're not going to be flexible in how you think, it's time to throw you a Tower. It's time to shake it down so you can close some chapters and move forward to love. We have the King of Coins here. I feel as though the King of Coins here is representing stability. I feel as though it could be for some of you financial stability, of course, but the King of Coins is really the provider, the person who is giving and sharing and kind, and the person who has the Midas touch, right? It's like everything flows to them. They don't really have to look for opportunity. The opportunity looks for you. And Scorpio, I think that's the energy that you're in right now, that I feel as though the lessons that are to be learned here are going to be paramount going into the future as you prepare to meet the person, or maybe you've already met them, the person who is going to be in your future as this lover. Because the major arcana, y'all, as we talk about it, you cannot skirt around the major arcana. These are changes that are coming at you. Whether you agree with me or if you don't, fight me in the comments. Don't care a damn cent. Honestly, what is coming at you is what is coming at you. The only choice you have is how you react or how you respond. Something here is coming to an end. And I feel like after the Tower falls, it's going to cause you to close a chapter on something. And I feel it could be being irresponsible with your money, spending sprees. And I feel like with the Knight of Swords and the King of Coins, the King of Pentacles, I feel as though it's an argument between head and what you know, air and earth. Air and earth, right? What's in your head and what's keeping you grounded. And I feel like somebody here has been doing too much spending, overspending, spending money that they shouldn't, or spending money they don't have, or maybe this is a situation that was happening for you in the past. I feel like the Tower comes to you to teach you karmic lessons, to teach you that there has to be different actions going forward. Now, the World card is all about the fixed signs, and that's because once this World card comes up, this is the end of the major arcana. It starts again with the Fool. You're not going back. For some of you, it's a karmic relationship. For some of you, it's just a situation that taught you a lot of lessons. And that's really all you got out of it was the teachings. And that's really sometimes all that comes up for any of us, right? It's the teachings. I think you've been kind of defensive about love. Defensive about... it's a realization. The Tower is here, and it's given you a realization that you that you need to start opening yourself up to love. For some of you, you've shut it down. I'm single, I'm staying single, that's it, I'm going to be single. It's that fixed energy of don't try and change my mind. But I feel as though the World card and something coming to an end, something major. So a relationship, a marriage, you lose a home, you lose a job, you quit a job, you start another one, you get fired. It's something that's major that's going to cause an upheaval in your life. It's going to cause you to scatter. It's going to cause you to have to scatter to figure out what's going on next. I feel like the Tower comes here because I feel as though you have been dragging your heels in closing some sort of a chapter that is actually going to be to your benefit. And I feel as though the Tower comes also to open up your heart to the tiniest bit of love. You don't expect it, of course, because you never expect the Tower. And for some of you, you're going to come away from this reading saying, this is not my reading. Maybe it's not. But for some of you, you're going to find it and say, ooh, crap, that was my reading. Because, you know, if there's anything I've learned in this life, it's that things can be one way one day, and things can be the next day completely different. A tower falls, a chapter closes, and you're moving on your way before you know it. You have indecision. Yeah, this Tower brings the energy of now, what the fuck am I going to do? I thought I had it planned. And that's the danger of the fixed sign, right? If you are a fixed sign, you know that you are the person who makes the decisions. And sometimes you'll even argue with yourself about the decisions you've made. That if you say, okay, I'm not crossing this line, then no matter what happens, you think you must stay behind the line regardless. And I feel as though the Tower is thrown at you, Scorpio, because you're just too damn fixed. Yeah. I think the universe is trying to teach you a lesson of ebb and flow. And the Five of Wands is like, okay, now what do I do? Now my plan's blown to hell. What do I do now? Right? We've got the Seven of Wands and the Five of Wands. And here is you opening up just a little bit, the tiniest bit, to the fact that sometimes shit just comes to the surface, right? Sometimes things pop up. And the Page of Cups is about, you know, a little bit of love, brand new love, thinking about it, thinking about the things that are tied to your heartstrings, not necessarily romantic love. Thinking maybe I should be just a little bit open. Maybe I should crack the door on the emotions and let people see in. I feel like when you do, it changes things. I feel like it really changes a lot of stuff for you. And yes, it's good to be a fixed sign. I'm not saying it's not good to be a fixed sign. It's good to be a fixed sign because it is good that when you make a decision, you don't go back on it, but understand that situations can change. The terms of the contract can change, and that's what the World card is. And that's what the Tower and the World card is. Yeah, you don't have a choice. The universe is not giving you a choice as to whether you maybe coulda, shoulda, woulda closed the chapter. It's coming. How you deal with that is up to you. Let's look at the Tower and the energy that's in there, Scorpio. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. It's the clarity you get. You get the clarity of something. The universe is already repeating here. I said what I said. The Tower is bringing clarity. Something that you were worried about is coming to an end. Not only is a cycle closing, 9 and 1 is 10, but also a world, a chapter. Your whole world is coming to the ground, and you're about to build it up differently than what it was. And it's going to cause you to be a little bit softer in your energy, I think. There it is again. We have it here. 9 and 1 is 10, right? Yep, something came to an end. It was a deception. Somebody deceived you. Someone that you thought loved you. You trusted them. Someone close to you. Could be a friend, a family member, sister, brother. Could be a lover. I feel as though this person cut you deep. Really deep, and it's caused you not to trust anybody. And really, that's the 9 of Swords as well. It's like you don't trust yourself, you don't trust other people. Who's going to stab me next? Knight of Swords, and then you hightail out of there, right? You get the heck out, and there it is. You get the heck out of Dodge. Knight of Swords. So I said what I said. I said what I said, and I said what I said. Universe is just repeating themselves right now. So what's going on here? You close a chapter, and I feel like you didn't realize the changes because you're a fixed sign and you're so damn set on, I said what I said, that you don't see that the universe is tossing you a bone here, throwing you a bone. And that is bringing you someone to soften you just a little bit, whether you're feminine or masculine. This, I feel you've learned your lesson about not ever changing your mind. I feel like someone is coming into your energy to teach you that a change of mind is good sometimes. Yeah. There it is. It's a soulmate or a twin flame or whatever label you choose to put on it. But when the Lovers and the Two of Cups comes up for me, that's a connection that cannot be broken. You have a connection to someone, whether you know it or not, someone that you keep thinking about, someone that's in your energy, someone that you're in their energy, someone cannot stop thinking about you. And once this chapter closes, and I don't know what this world represents to you, you can tell me in the comments, but I feel as though the karmic lessons you learn really clear away the debris for this new, beautiful, kind, soft water energy that's there. It's coming in. And it throws you right off your center of gravity. Yeah. I feel as though this person, it kind of, comes in as a tower, shakes you down, which I always thought was kind of ironic about the tower because it is fixed energy, but the purpose of the tower is for movement, to make you change your mind, to make upheaval and change so you take a different path or get back on the path you're supposed to be on. I feel like this person, that the love energy you have for them hits you in a place that you didn't think that you had any love energy for them. This could be someone that maybe is a friend and you feel different or a certain kind of way about them the next time you see them, and it kind of shakes you down just a little bit. There we go. The Lovers and the Lovers. I said what I said. So I feel as though you unburden yourself from some situation when this World card closes next week. And you move forward, because I feel like the universe is sending you someone to love you, someone to teach you how to be a tiny bit softer, Scorpio. Because you don't always have to make a decision and stay with that for the end of your life. The World card is going to be thrown at you along with the Tower. Something's going to change, and the universe says, I said what I said. You signed the contract, Scorpio, before you came here, and we're keeping you on your path. Yep. It's not going to be easy, right? 7 of Wands, 5 of Wands. It's not going to be easy. For sure not. But it is going to be worth it. It is going to crack you open just a little bit. It's going to crack open your emotions. And I know that you don't like people to see what's going on the surface, but it's going to crack you open just a little bit. And I think it's a good thing. Scorpio, I'm going to go for now. I love you so much. Thank you so much for coming here and watching this reading. I am open for readings over on Wizio. Look for the yellow dot down below. If you're interested in that, follow that link over to Wizio. That's the only place you can book me right now. I'm going to go. Love y'all. Bye-bye.